Thank you for staying with us here on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Senator Bill Cassidy. If you don't know him already, Senator, thank you so much for joining us on Twyla.
Avery, it is great to be with you and great to be with the people we're speaking through by this powerful medium.
Well, we're going to demonstrate the power right here by asking you about what a lot of our farmers and ranchers are concerned about, and that is the Farm Bill. You've met with farmers and ranchers. Why is that important to you when drafting a farm bill to come out and go to their farms and meet with folks here at Louisiana Farm Bureau?
I learned so much speaking to farmers. Now, I've been in office, I've had the privilege of being in office for about 10, 12 years now. I started off as a gastroenterologist. I knew a heck of a lot about medicine, but I remember going to my first Farm Bureau meeting, and we began to speak about sugarcane versus sugar beets. And I've just learned progressively since then. Just speaking to a farmer I've learned about H2A and H2B and the essential nature of getting that processed. By the way, if you need help with your H2A or H2B, call my office. You can find us on the internet, Senator Cassidy. I had two compliments in our meetings today. Two different people came up and said they were under deadlines, they couldn't get their workers here. One was H2A, one was H2B, and the woman in my office got them like that. Now, that's what I've learned, and so we put in that service, and I'm pleased to say we are addressing those needs.
Obviously, those needs will need to continue to be addressed in the form of regulation and the Farm Bill. What are you confident, or do you believe that we can get a Farm Bill passed this year?
I think it might be tough this year. Certainly not before the election, maybe just after the election. But Senator John Bozeman, a senator from Arkansas, so he, as he puts it, we're in the same tribe. He will be the chairman of the committee if Republicans take back the Senate, and he's a great guy. Now, there's been a lot of work, but you're balancing all these different constituencies. By that I mean Midwestern farmers, Southern farmers, Far West farmers, as well as everything else that the Farm Bill does. So I'm not sure it happens this Congress, certainly not before the election, but if not this Congress, I am certain it will next Congress.
Let's talk about the mood there in Washington. I mean, you live and breathe it every day. We're back here at home. What is it like, the mood there, considering the presidential election and the sort of the blowover or build-up post-debate?
Well, clearly presidential politics, Senate and House of Representatives politics are dominating the discussion. And depending upon what happens that day, you're either up or you're down, depending upon your party. Right now, I'm feeling pretty good about life as a Republican. But I can also say there's other things in Washington that we see continuing to advance. I was very involved in writing the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Now, because of that, every American is going to have access to high-speed, affordable internet. People in rural communities who have not had good internet service, internet is coming to you now. And within 2 to 3 years, I think all of Louisiana will be wired. We put money out for roads and bridges. Louisiana got about another $1.2 billion than we otherwise would have to build a bridge in your parish and to take care of some of the pent-up needs we have for infrastructure. Water and sewer, small towns who can't afford to redo their water and sewer, there's now money in this state to help do that. So yes, we have politics, but we also have that which we've already been doing, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, a good example, and that's going to make all of our lives better.
Obviously, you've been working hard for Louisiana for a long time. In the last minute that we have here, what are your hopes, your goals for the future, Senator Cassidy?
I want Louisiana to catch up with every place we need to be in 2024 that we're behind, and then to build an economy for 2050. The rural areas, if we take care of rural areas, we're doing our job. Because the cities have been doing not too bad. It's the rural areas that have been kind of taking it on the chin. So as one example, I went to Evangeline Parish, and they were cutting the ribbon on their infrastructure bill, on their internet bill. And I looked up in the gymnasium. It was gorgeous. 60 years ago when they built that, they spared no expense. The kind of roots that our communities have, we just need to take those roots and have them blossom once more. That's my goal, that our entire state blossoms.
Well, I appreciate you being the gardener to help us blossom here in Louisiana. He is U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy from here in Louisiana. And Kristen, we will be watching this and more. We'll also be speaking with Senator John Bozeman of Arkansas next week here on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.